Hi guys, and welcome to another track guide video. Today we're gonna do the FIA Nations Cup track guide for Red Bull Ring in Gr.2 class. For this one I'm using the Motul Auto GTR, and of course let's jump into the track guide. But first I would like to mention my friend who's done an awesome job with the livery design. His name is Gr.2 and you can find him on Instagram and also on GT Sport community. He's done a lot of liveries. I can show you a few here, but make sure you give him a follow and make sure you give him a like on his liveries. Also, you can see a couple of livery designs here. You can see the Porsche, the Audi, and all of the other cars that he's done. So make sure you give him a follow, and I think he's done an awesome job and I would like to thank him for that. So let's jump into the track guide video and we can talk about a strategy also. So let's get started. First I would like to mention you need to carry a lot of speed onto the main straight so you can get a decent time in the first sector. So I'm using the 100 meter mark as a reference here, so be really hard on the brakes here. I'm downshifting really heavily, like into fifth, into fourth, and into third gear. So staying in the third, a little bit of trail braking here, as you can see me clipping the apex on the right. Staying as close to this yellow curb as possible, because if you cross it, you will get a penalty for it. So make sure you keep 2 tires on the road. So as I mentioned, I was really quick on this straight, so I decided to carry on with the lap and look for your next braking point, which I'm using the 100 meter mark as a reference. But you want to be braking somewhere around 100 meters, let's see, yeah, 110 meters. So also you need to start turning here somewhere when you reach the end of the curb on the left. Also clipping the curb on the right here. I'm in the first gear, applied half of the throttle inputs here into the second gear just to get a traction here, because you don't want to get your rear slide too much, so you can get a decent time onto this next straight. And now preparing yourself for your next braking point, and here I'm using the 100 meter mark as a reference. You want to be braking exactly on 100 meters. So I'm downshifting into third and into second, but you need to start turning when you reach the end of the curb on the left. And when you reach the curb on the right, this is your downshift point, so you can get a decent amount of rotation into this corner. And also I applied the throttle really fast, because this is a crucial part of the track. You want to carry as much speed as possible through here as you're approaching your next braking point. And I'm using here the 50 meter mark as a reference for this braking point. I also changed the brake bias to 1 just to get a decent amount of rotation into this really fast right and left and right handers, whatever you want to call it. Here clipping the apex on the left, looking for the reference on the right. This is your point when you start to accelerate out of this corner. So using the full width of the track here. Also here braking when the curb in front of you ends, and you want to be just tapping the brakes here, but you want to do it really hard and easing off the brakes here. Also looking to your left for the next reference when you start to apply the throttle, so you can get a decent amount of speed out of the corner. And now we are approaching our last section of the track here. I'm using the 50 meter mark as reference for my next braking point. You want to be really hard on the brakes with a little bit of trail braking here, but you want to be really fast on the throttle also. So make sure you're fast on the throttle and use the whole width of the track in your advantage. So look for the piece of curb in front of you. This is your next braking point. Just tapping the brakes here and clipping the apex on the right, and also really fast on the throttle, using as much track as you possibly can to carry speed onto this main straight and get a decent time overall. And I crossed the finishing line in 1:26.27, which was a pretty decent lap, and also I decided to do a track guide with it. And let's go jump into the strategies. You have 2 options here. First of all, you can go on the medium compound of tire for 8 or 9 laps if you feel so, and then switch onto the hard compound of tire in the next 8 or 9 laps. This is meant to be used if you're starting somewhere in the front and you don't have a lot of dirty air in front of you. The second strategy involves going on the hard compound of tire in the first stint and then switching to the medium compound of tires somewhere about lap number 8 or 9, depends on how you can manage your tires. I feel like these two strategies are the only two that can be used in this race. You can use the free stop, but I don't think you will get results because you have a lot of dirty air and you have a lot of battling then, and it's not as beneficial as these two ones. I hope, guys, that this strategy guide and the track guide also helps you to boost your times and overall FIA ratings. And if you like the video, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. And so until the next time, bye.